Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Welcome again to Street Talk. My name is Ahmad Sakaraki. And on Street Talk, we deal with political, social, and economics here in Michigan, across the U.S., and abroad. Now, joining me tonight,
Dennis Burnside.
Paget Maynard.
Okay, man, we got a lot to talk about. So I'll just open it up and we can get at it.
Well, I think one of the outrages that we've seen ever in U.S. history is this chimpanzee in the White House sending troops to Chicago and battering down doors, destroying private property, terrorizing women and children, dragging them out in the middle of the night, some of them with no clothes on.
Don't forget helicopter.
Helicopters on top, acting like tough guys against defenseless people for no
justifiable reason.
No warrants, no justifiable reason. No. And you're in a neighborhood where there are very few immigrants. And by immigrants, I'm talking about people of Hispanic descent. Mm-hmm. If you find an immigrant in one of those buildings, he or she came here from the motherland of the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. So I think they did a little a toe test in the water to see if we can get away with black folks, doing this to black folks. Because I truly believe the ultimate goal of these fools has been to try to generate a 2020 type response, like with the George Floyd thing, where you have people en masse out there protesting in large numbers where they could provoke some type of violence like they did in 2020, because those are peaceful violence until the age of provocateurs got involved. Yes. And then they could say, okay, we got to come in now. We got to bring out the heavy guns and start slaughtering people. I think that's what they wanted.
Oh, yeah.
And black people have conscious.
Doing that.
Yeah, black people consciously saying, you know what, we're going to set this one out. We're going to rest. We're going to lay in the cut. You go ahead and do what you got to do because this ain't our fight. Not yet.
Right.
And I think what they've been trying to do is provoke black people to react in a way that they can become the savages that they really are and start slaughtering people. I think that's what they really want to do.
Yeah, and one of the things that I think is what the governor of California is doing.
Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, he wants to get these masks off these people.
Absolutely.
He wants to get these masks off of them, I mean,
absolutely.
Why are they out there with masks on?
Because they're Gestapo.
Yeah.
You've got judges, you've got FBI agents, you've got state police, you've got local sheriffs, you've got city policemen, you've got grocery store security. For decades, walking around this country with their face fully exposed, a name on their chest with a number, so you can know that they're above board. Yeah. And these assholes come out there and they put masks on with no nameplates, and you can look at some of these guys and look at them, they're a bunch of clowns, all out of shape, weak, and looking for somebody to bully. Yeah. A lot of them probably January 6 types, and they're looking for opportunities to come out here and bully people, and they do it anonymously, and that's the act of a cop.
My question, which I asked Ahmad earlier, you're talking in here. When you tell me this, we're sending these people, we have to use the full extent of the law, does the law say that, or require the agents in any way to have a mask?
No.
Of course not.
No.
Well, if you are coming to me masked up, that means you're a thief. You're a crook. You're not straight. What should be my reaction? Self-defense. So what happens if somebody now decides to react, probably violently, in self-defense?
Well, the thing is that I don't know why. When they first come out with these masks and everything, I don't know. I mean, you see, that's the thing about this country. It's just people who are in position to speak up don't speak up. When these people first come out here with these masks on, they should stop them right away. So hold on.
Wait a second. Who's going to stop them?
Well, we got people.
Remember, they were Trump's boys. They were federalized. They got weapons.
And it's only going to get worse with this.
Because
this
he wants
big,
to bring
ugly
in
bill
Navy.
They passed, their budget for ICE, it's bigger than most militaries around the world.
Yep.
So they're going to have more people doing more egregious acts to the
They got
to
money
people.
to hire
And
thousands.
and it's going to come down to some people who have a conscience saying, you know what, I'm in the National Guard. I'm not doing that.
I was waiting to hear some of them
I'm not
say.
doing that. I'm not doing that as a member of the
The
military.
National
I'm not doing
Guard?
that. I'm not doing that. These ICE assholes, they'll do it because most of them sitting home eating cheeseburgers anyway.
Yeah.
Unemployable.
Yep.
Playing video games,
Yeah.
fantasizing for the day they can go out there and foment a race riot.
Yeah.
That's what they're
you go
for,
out there and get $50,000 to sign.
Yeah, and
sign.
which
Yeah.
is more than they've ever seen in their
Yeah.
life.
And they only got to be 18 now. They can
Minimal stat, no training.
no anything.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me this kind of person can come up to my door or meet me on the street and come up in my face, and I don't know who is coming to me, who is assaulting me? I
That's
want to know,
the danger.
shouldn't we have the right to know who is approaching us and who is arresting us?
Paget,
Yeah, but see-
imagine for a moment that you're in a state that has a stand your ground law.
Uh-huh.
And you've got one of those street sweeper shotguns that'll take out 4 or 5 suckers in one blast.
Mm-hmm.
And they come bamming and coming in your door unidentified with masks on. And you let off.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, Billy Joe and Robbie Bowe and all them cats gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it's going to be on. Because now they're going to say, okay, we got a justification. We got to go get these guys. Cause
Then the troops gonna come in.
And that's what they want.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
They're looking for the catalyst for them to be able to go out there and just start slaughtering people.
Donald
I'm telling
Trump-
you, they have it in their mind to just listen to Stephen Miller, man.
Oh, man, as to that bloke.
Yeah.
You know, with this arranged and planned and murder of Charlie Kirk.
Oh yeah.
They blame the Democrats.
Yeah.
Well, of course they blame the Democrats at first, but everything they say is falling apart. None of that story is true. None of it's true. The transcript from his text to his alleged lover, the weapon that was used, the angle of the shot, the film that shows him walking on a building with no gun at all, the film that shows him jumping off the building and walking away, and when you zoom in, it doesn't look like this Tyler Robinson cat at all. None of it matches. And then you find out that after the murder, they go through there and they tear down the entire pavilion and pave it over, take the cameras down, wall that off, go to a Dairy Queen where this one of the videos of Robinson was supposed to emanate from, and destroyed that business. It's gone. What the hell you covering up?
Wait a second.
Yes.
So you're telling me
The Dairy Queen is gone. The Dairy Queen because there was a camera there where they allegedly saw Tyler Robinson walk by or order a blizzard or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the exact implication, but that location had a camera that sighted him, and that was used for them to be able to track him down, right? His mother and father all MAGA. The grandmammy saying all of them is MAGA.
Yeah.
Why are they going to go out there and shoot Charlie Kirk? That's their boy.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and then on
had-
top of that, they have this funeral for him 4 or 5 days later, and Charlie Kirk's wife up there damn near celebrating.
Yeah.
She looks happy as a clam.
Yeah.
You know, she put $50 million in her pocket, and she ain't shedding that tear.
Right.
The whole thing looks very suspicious, and then you come to find out that she had a background with Trump and Epstein long before she met Charlie Kirk. And it seems like more of an arranged marriage. And on top of that, the beautiful thing is there's a gay scandal busting out in the GOP where you've got former Cosby Kid alum Tim Scott Mike Johnson, Brad, I forget his name. He's one of these YouTubers always talking about my wife and family. All these cats, it's all coming out there gay. All of them about to be exposed. And at that Charlie Kirk funeral, fellas, they said Grindr, which is a gay app for gay men, crashed. Too many people on it. It crashed. Same thing happened at the Republican convention in Milwaukee. Crashed.
Yep.
You got gay escorts, prostitutes, coming on shows saying, man, when the Republicans come to town, I got more business I can handle. And they're the ones telling you that they're all high and mighty and family values and all this kind of stuff.
What?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So my point is, with all this going on, Charlie Kirk had some rumors flying out about him and which way he liked to swing the bat. So this family man with this beautiful pageant-winning wife who won a pageant that Donald Trump ran, who knew Epstein, and all of a sudden people started to look back and say, wait a minute, how did they meet? I didn't see any romance. I see a lot of pictures of him playing with children, but I've never met children. What's really going on with this whole thing? The whole thing looks like a setup. And then you finally take it back to the ultimate source. Charlie Kirk was walking around talking a whole lot of ish about Israel. He said, they're threatening me. He said, I don't like what they're telling me I need to do. I'm not willing to say that about guys. I'm not willing to take this money. They offered him some exorbitant amount of money. He wouldn't take it. And, of course, he catches a hot one. And the story that we are told is even the bullet, man, he was supposedly shot in the neck, right?
Yeah.
It's looking more and more like that's an exit wound. It's looking more and more like he was shot in the back of the head. It came out of his neck. And if it was a 30-06, his head would not still be on.
No.
Now I know you're a military guy, and I ain't no hunter. I ain't no outdoorsman, but I went out hunting 2 times in my life because my dad was an avid hunter, and my uncle was a big-time hunter. So the first time I went hunting, I didn't like what I saw. They shot a squirrel. I'm feeling sorry for Mrs. Squirrel and the kids back home because they ain't got a daddy no more, right? I ain't with this killer. So when I'm like 14, 15, I'm out with my uncle, my favorite uncle, because he always kept some weed, right? So I'm going to go hunting. This my dude. He used to let me use his apartment, give me the keys to the car if I had a little, little girl, they come on over here. That was my dude. So I'm going to go hunt with him.
Yeah.
And we get out there, man, they get to drinking and clown. I'm like paranoid because these dudes I'm high as a helicopter, so I'm wondering what they're doing, right? And all of a sudden, man, we see a buck go right by. And it looked like it was way off in the distance, but they got quiet. My uncle had a 30-06. And he pointed, and just as he pointed, man, that deer must have got the notion that somebody's looking at him, and he took off running, and he let it off. And he hit that deer, man. That deer had to have been 2 football fields away. But it was a straight shot.
Wow.
And when he hit that deer, it was like a linebacker hit him because that thing slammed, rolled. He got up and ran off, and we followed the blood trail for probably another mile before we found the body. Yeah. Oh, those deer. But this is a big animal. That animal probably weighed 400 or 500, 600 pounds, a big buck.
Yeah.
So you tell me that you can hit an animal like that from that distance, knock him off his feet and make him roll sideways. And Charlie Kirk sitting there on the stage, and he gets shot through the soft tissue of his neck with a 30-06 with a direct line of sight. And there was barely any blood anywhere that other than his shirt. Nobody got splattered by brain matter. No blood anywhere. Now he didn't get hit by 30-06. He did not get hit by 30-06.
Couldn't have.
Could not have, man.
No.
And not have. If his head wasn't going to be decapitated, it would have been hanging by a couple tendons.
Yeah.
So, and the angle's all wrong.
Yeah.
The kid supposedly got on the roof, assembled the rifle with a screwdriver, put the sight perfectly in place, which is supposed to be difficult to do, does the shooting, disassembles the rifle, leaves a screwdriver up on the roof, climbs down. How? We don't know, because if you put half of the barrel in your backpack, it's sticking out. If you put the other half down your pant legs, you can't run. And you didn't
see any saying that.
Right. And we didn't see anything. He runs off unimpeded, and we're supposed to believe that he runs off. Then he gets the notion to
Right.
reassemble the rifle.
Yeah, yeah.
Text his boyfriend about, I left the vehicle and my grandfather's going to be so disappointed I lost his rifle, my love. Man, get out of here with this crap, man. And nobody's buying it, man. The right ain't buying it. The left ain't buying it. The only people who are going along with it are the ones who are too afraid to speak out about it. And that's another thing that we're running up against that Trump didn't anticipate. This Epstein thing
No.
and this Charlie Kirk murder, it's becoming too hot for them to handle, man. So
Yes.
because of that, we got all these other
Listen.
distractions where they're using ICE to go around bully people.
The vice president are talking about thing.
Creak.
If you hear, let me say this, read what he said. When you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer. Didn't somebody, the Attorney General, not long ago, say you must call the employer and have them fired because they hate Charlie?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So,
yeah. They've been having people fired. They had a woman who was fired for merely posting that Charlie Kirk. She said, I'm paraphrasing, but it was a brief sentence. She said Charlie Kirk did not deserve to die for saying what he said. I believe in free speech, but I thought what he did was foment hate with his speech. That's it. And she lost her job.
Yeah.
You've had other people. What's my man's name? A professional broadcaster who said something along those same lines. Lost his job. What's his name? He's with one of the major news companies. So they're going all out with this, man.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to cover up, something that. Here's the difference, fellas. If me being a nerd, I grew up reading book after book after book on the JFK assassination, on the RFK assassination, on the Martin Luther King Jr. assassination, and anybody with a IQ above room temperature who actually sat down and read the autopsy reports or read the eyewitness reports or read what the police said, read any of it, knew that Lee Harvey Oswald ain't shot nobody.
No.
James Earl Ray ain't shot
No,
nobody.
no,
And
no.
Saran ain't shot
No,
nobody.
no.
We know that this is conspiracy at the highest level. The government killed those people. But we didn't have Instagram.
No.
We didn't have TikTok.
Nope.
We didn't have YouTube.
Nope.
We didn't have community television.
No.
We didn't have these easy means to communicate. Well, nowadays,
it's there.
you can't even put the cat in the bag to let it jump out. It's not going in there because people are like, hold up, man. That didn't happen.
No.
You can't tell me this.
No.
And these are people who want to believe.
Yeah.
You're talking about people who are Charlie Kirk fans who say, nah, man, that ain't what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they could lose their jobs if Vance has his way because they're talking against him. You must agree with them that ex-body or people should be ostracized, criticized, locked up, and throw away the key
That's what they talk
because they talk against this
Well,
man.
and
They're going on like he is their God now. The other day, Donald was the God.
well, that's what they're trying to do right now, man. If you are left wing here, I mean, you could be picked up for anything.
Look, I am not a left winger. I'm not a right winger.
Well,
I'm a man.
I'm left.
I am too.
I'm progressive. I tell the cat, I've talked to some of these coons, man. Man, I'm a conservative. I said, what you
They
got?
don't even know the
what you
meaning.
what you got to conserve, bro?
yeah.
What about the status quo? It's so good that you want to conserve it.
Yeah.
Well, I just believe in the free market, and I believe that. I say, okay. Well, what's your economic theory, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what you mean. I know you don't know what I mean because you're a
Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah.
But let me put it to you in a way that you can understand. We've had two overriding economic principles in this country. Since the Great Depression, we've had the Keynesian economic model,
Yep.
and we've had the Chicago School free markets theory. Which one do you adhere to? And they hear that free market. I'm all about the free market. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Keynesian economic system is one that says government is the employer of last resort. The government should regulate markets so that they don't get out of control and metastasize and do what they're doing now. That they ought to attack businesses and wealthy people to keep money flowing in the economy so everybody can be prosperous. And doing that built the biggest middle class the world has ever seen. A middle class is all but a memory now. And those people who remember what it was like, or they remember seeing their parents do it, they want that back. But they're flailing around and they're punching the shadows because they don't understand that the people they vote for, the party they vote for, are the people who took away that economic model that made them comfortable, that let them go to a vacation once a year, have 2 cars in the garage, have a TV, and your children have a college fund from working one job. They gave it away.
Dennis.
And now they flaying away, and then you get some Negro like your boy at the Y talking about, I'm a conservative.
I really want to say.
That makes me sick.
I really want to say, you just said that the people they voted for. I really want to say they may not have voted for them. Because I listened something this week where this person who is involved in the research, you remember we were talking a couple of weeks back about the New York situation where Kamala got 0 and people come out. Well, they're still working on that. And if you look at what's going on from their research, Trump did not win the election.
But you know, the problem with that though is 100% that Kamala should have gotten at least 1 vote in a district where the Democratic Senate candidate won, the Democratic House member won, the Democratic dog catcher won, the Democratic shoe mopper won. Everybody won, but Kamala didn't get a vote. But here's the problem. I ain't talking about that scenario. I'm talking about Arkansas.
Okay.
I'm talking about Mississippi.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Alabama. I'm talking about Nebraska. I'm talking about Iowa. I'm talking about Wyoming. I'm talking about South Dakota, North Dakota. I'm talking about these states who don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out unless the government is involved with contracts to sell their goods overseas or to make sure that the labor that comes in here doesn't have to be paid a fair wage. They rely on the government.
True.
And they vote against their own economic interests time after time after time. They didn't want Obamacare, remember?
No.
I want no Obamacare, but you better not mess with my Affordable Care Act money. You know, because once Obama said, all right, player, it's Affordable Care Act. All right, I'll take it. You know,
not knowing this one and the same thing.
Now it's being taken away. You know, Ethel Sue's mammy, who need that insulin, can't afford it anymore. You can't afford that oxygen tank. You can't go over here and get your dialysis that you need to stay alive. It's all gone. And you voted for that. You said take it. Because you were so focused on the fact that a black woman might be president. And you were not in your wildest. You said, I would rather starve and suffer than see a black woman be my president. Well, goddamn it, you got it. Here you go, man. Here you go. Enjoy yourself.
What you wish for, you'd get sometimes.
And when your kidney fall out your ass, when your sugar comes out your eyes and it's sweet like honey, because you ain't got no insulin. When your pacemaker can't be replaced, and now walking to the mailbox is an adventure in survival. Just remember, at least you ain't got a black woman as president. So feel good.
You got a man up here who cares nothing about you unless you got $10 or $11 million. You don't care nothing about you.
Matter of fact, if you want to come in here as an immigrant, we'll give you your visa. Cost you $100K. You know, but you can come in for that. And you know, and here's another thing, man. I'm so tired of these coward-ass universities. Harvard is an exception, but there's some other ones out here like Columbia. They just bent over. And they give all this money, you know,
ridiculous.
$300 million, $500 million, $50 million. Where's that money going?
Trump getting it.
Because it doesn't seem to be going in the government coffers.
Hey, man, Trump's getting it.
The check is being written in cash. Who's the check written to, and who's cashing it, and where's it going?
Hey, it's going to Trump.
Yes.
You know.
And not a mumbling word's been saying about that, just outright graft.
Yeah.
This fool got the government of Qatar to give him a $400 million jet.
Yeah.
And now they got to spend another $400 or $500 million to make sure it's not bugged, which
Yeah.
I'm sure they
And then it belongs to him.
And then it's his.
Yeah.
And
So you're telling me-
and these people who say, I don't want no Kamala Harris as my president, they're good with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they don't have anywhere to sell their lima beans and their soy and their beef.
No.
So for those people, Patrick, I ain't talking about the people in upstate New York who got their vote taken from them. I'm talking about those people who asked for it. Well, goddamn it, here it is. Eat
Yeah.
it. Eat it.
Yeah. You know.
Eat it with no seasoning,
Yeah.
like you used to.
Yeah.
But eat it.
You know, and then that's the thing, man. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's flip back over something on ICE. We started with it. Now
The Gestapo.
it's supposed to be that they can operate up to 100 miles from the border.
Yeah.
Is Chicago 100 miles from the border? Or
Probably
less?
maybe 102, 103, something like that.
But they're in Chicago.
Right.
Well, they have an answer for that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Tell them I don't answer.
Chicago is on Lake Michigan, and Lake Michigan is the border to Canada. So we are here.
And even that, even that is a stretch, because where Lake Huron and Lake Michigan meet is a couple hundred miles from Canada, but they count that body of water as contiguous.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a border, and so we can have ICE in Chicago,
But
bullying
look where
bullying
Chicago
old
is
women and
from
children.
Canada.
Yeah, man.
Chicago is down here. Canada is way up there, hundreds and hundreds of miles away.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you know, if they want to, man, they could make Lansing, Michigan,
You're right.
border of Mexico.
You're right.
Yeah.
They'll find a way to do it.
And one of the things that I'll say again, we just don't have enough people out here who are speaking up. And every time these left wing or right wingers come out with something, hey, get somebody on there quickly to refute that. You know.
Well, if you want to hear somebody speaking out, speaking well, just YouTube Jasmine Crockett. They won't put her on TV, but that doesn't mean she's not speaking out. Check out AOC.
Oh, man.
Check out what Bernie Sanders says.
I've been
there's
listening.
quite a few Democrats, man. Sheldon Whitehouse. They stand on business and they speak out immediately. Now, if you want to hear what they got to say, you got to go looking for it, because it's not going to be on CBS Evening News because they're punks. It's not going to be on ABC because they're
I
punks.
know, man.
It's not going to be on NBC because they're punks. CNN, they're a bunch of wimps.
Yeah.
But it's out there.
I've listened some. Jasmine has been rotting them up.
Rough.
And you know, I love that girl.
Love it, man.
She is not afraid to say what she has to say. But when she speaks, she has evidence.
She always brings receipts. Always brings receipts. And, you know, with the Senate, one of the things that frustrated me with Kaka Jr. Patel and this child victim Pam Bondi is they act all disrespectful and get loud and talk crazy in the Senate like keeps the decorum. When Jasmine Crockett got in front of the microphone, she gave right back to him. And they couldn't handle it. Because, you know, man, that's the thing about, I don't know if they did this in St. Kitts, Paget, but as a black boy growing up in the United States, you had to learn how to cat.
Yeah.
You had to learn how to talk stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you had to learn how to play the dozens.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, they'd talk about your mama, your daddy,
Yeah.
your auntie,
Grandpeople.
it make you go home shame.
Yeah.
If not, whip your ass.
home,
So
you don't talk about my mama.
So when you got somebody who grew up in that culture, they start do tell. Oh, you won't talk shit? Well, man, which eye you got on me? Because right now I can't tell. I mean, you know, stuff like that. Man, I wish Trump would, man. Come on.
The
Wait, you won't talk
start-
about how I look?
You start cussing a man mother, according to a guy put it this way. Don't go home.
Yeah.
All right, man.
We wearing makeup and high heels,
yeah,
talking
we-
about he's a man.
We got to close this.
Look like a
All right.
clown. Look like Bozo's
All right.
daddy.
My name is Ahmad Shakaraki, and we catch you down the next block for more street talk. Peace.
Make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.